Okay. Powerful stuff. So without further ado, may I welcome to the stage Vanessa Hudgens. Hi, Vanessa, welcome.
Hi. Hello, everybody.
You've got a lot of fans here in London, as you can see.
It's awesome. I love it.
I think some of you come from outside London as well, so welcome. I hope you're having a good time.
Thank you.
So as we saw from the trailer, it's a very different kind of film for you. Can you tell us a little bit more about your character, Cindy, in the film?
Yeah, I play Cindy Paulson. She's a very real person, and this is her story. She's a survivor, and she stepped forth and spent a weekend with me and was very brave and really opened up to me, and I got to bring her to life.
That's amazing. So when you were working with her, did you kind of pick up some of her mannerisms and that kind of thing?
Yeah, I mean, she's very strong-willed, and that was something that I loved about her. But she's been through a lot, and you can tell, you know, it shows. But I mean, one thing that I loved was Sergeant Halcombe, the detective, had a bunch of her confession tapes, and he let me listen to them. And a bunch of my my interviews and things like that, I based off of the actual tapes, which was really cool.
Because she's a woman with great ingenuity, isn't she? Because she escaped a serial killer.
Oh my gosh, yeah. She's the one who actually got away.
Was that one of the reasons that you were attracted to this film? Because it's such a strong character, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. I mean, it's also empowering being able to give a voice to a person who a lot of people have the tendencies to just simply look down on and not treat them as real human beings when they are. So it was nice to shed some light onto her.
Absolutely. And how was it with working with Nicolas Cage? Because obviously you're working closely with him, and what a great actor. And he plays the cop, doesn't he? Who you work closely with and try to bring the killer to justice. What was the relationship like between you two?
It was great. I mean, he's just incredible. His body of work is so phenomenal, and I was a bit intimidated in the beginning, but we ended up getting along swimmingly. We had a really great time, and he was just down to mix it up and try new things, and I was very fortunate. He was very kind.
Should we have a look at a clip with you and Nick in action? There's a clip, okay.
I'm like, I want to watch it.
Let's do it. Strong stuff. So some of the exclamations I've been hearing from the crowd, how different you look. She looks so different. I mean, was it a kind of a big transformation for you to undergo for the film to kind of embody Cindy?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, I did another project before this called Gimme Shelter, and I chopped all my hair off for that, and I put on like 15 pounds. And I did this right after I did that. So, I mean, my hair was gone. I had to put in pieces to make it look longer, as it does in the movie. But, I mean, it's a rough life, you know, and I didn't want her to look glamorous or pretty. I didn't want it to be polished in any way. So the roughness of it was something that I really wanted.
Do you find it easy to put vanity to one side in these kind of situations?
Yeah, I mean, it's fun. I love transforming myself and really just diving in with both feet and seeing what happens.
Yeah. And what about, I mean, obviously you've done some very interesting films like Sucker Punch and Spring Breakers. Do you like surprising people?
I love it.
Okay,
it's
good.
The best.
That's good.
It's
Keep
so
us on our
much fun.
toes.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm a bit of a chameleon myself, and I like making my fans do a triple take and have to actually look for me in the movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's fun.
So the ultimate goal would be if they don't recognize you and then sort of go, oh, hang on, it's Vanessa.
Yeah.
What was the most exciting thing about filming The Frozen Ground for you?
Probably just working with the cast that I got to work with. I mean, Nick Cage was amazing. John Cusack, I adore, and he ended up being such a giving actor and helped me give reactions in front of the camera that I wouldn't have done if he wasn't there. So he was very helpful, and it's inspirational working with such amazing people. And 50 Cent, who was amazing, just the biggest sweetheart and willing to completely change his look as well. He's just like cracking jokes all the time.
So you had company in the look-changing front then, really,
yeah,
didn't you?
I wasn't the only one.
And John Cusack, I mean, he's gone from a heartthrob many years ago to this crazy serial killer.
Yeah.
It was quite creepy. Did you find it creepy when you were filming it?
I did. I mean, he's terrifying. Once he became that person, he was not John anymore.
No.
But I remember the first time I saw him in action, and I almost had a giggle to myself because I was like, he's really going for it. That's not the John that I know, and he's such a sweetheart and like so fun that I kind of got a kick out of it, but he did a brilliant job.
When you're on jobs like that, do you ever think, I've got the best job in the world, I'm so lucky? Or do you ever think, I want to give it all up?
Entirely. I mean, there were moments, though, where I was asking myself, what the hell am I doing? Standing outside in negative 10-degree weather, freezing my ass off. I seriously thought that I had frostbite one night because my toes, I couldn't feel my toes.
Was that the worst part of filming, or were there bigger challenges?
There were bigger challenges.
Okay.
I mean, that was physically very taxing, being out in the cold like that. But I think the rape scene was one of the hardest for me because Scott Walker, our director, just told us to go for it. You know, he's not going to call cut. Just take it for as long as we feel comfortable. And me and John are game to play and create something. And we ended up doing that scene for a bit longer than you see in the movie, and we recreated Hanson's basement down to a T. So all the animal heads in the movie are what he actually had in his basement, and it was just so disturbing to know that I was looking and feeling the same things that these girls were feeling when they were being held hostage.
It must have been a very emotional experience.
Yeah, it was intense.
Just watching the film is emotional from that point of view. So being in it must be, amazing. Yeah. There's been a lot in the press about the pole dancing scenes. When you read that kind of thing in a script, do you think, oh, here we go? You know, do you have second thoughts about doing scenes like that?
I mean, it's nerve-wracking for sure. My heart was beating out of my chest. Yeah. And I was like, oh, okay. Gotta just go for it and do it. But, I mean, it serves the story well, you know. She's really just a young, scared girl trying to get by and survive. And she's a survivalist, and she ends up winning in this case.
Do you look for roles where the women are quite powerful and have a story to tell rather than just the girlfriend or whatever?
Yeah, totally. It's nice. I got to stand up for our women and have a voice be heard.
Absolutely right.
Girl power.
Yeah. Quite right too. And when, you know, are you sick of the Disney tag? You hate hearing the word Disney, or are you happy to kind of...
I love Disney. I mean, I still watch like Disney movies to this day. Right. You know, I had such an amazing experience, and I got to bring musicals to kids all over the world, and that's a really cool thing.
It's quite a legacy, isn't it, really, to think you were the first person?
It's awesome.
Yeah,
it's super amazing. I'm proud of it.
And what films do you watch now as well as Disney films when you have some time, the rare bit of time off?
Ooh, what did I watch? I watched World War Z the other day, which I really loved.
It's good, isn't it?
But I love watching a bit of everything. Like Federico Fellini's like one of my favorite Italian filmmakers, and watched 8.5 recently again, which is like one of my favorite movies. It's just fun. There's so many amazing movies to watch out there.
And what are your passions outside of film and singing? Let's assume the singing as well.
My passions, anything creative, really. I love fashion. I love art. I love crafting.
Do you make things then?
Yes.
Yeah, wonderful.
There's a lot of beating.
A lot of beating goes on in your place. Great.
Yeah.
You wearing anything today? No.
No,
nothing you've made
today.
Yourself. Yeah.
No.
And just a little chat about your future projects. So you've got Machete Kills coming up.
Yeah.
More pretty grim stuff.
This one's fun. I just a little cameo in it. Nothing massive, but it's a really fun character named Ceresa. She's the virgin bride.
Right.
Things don't really end up very well for her, so you'll just see what I mean.
Okay.
Yeah.
It being a Machete film, I would imagine that to be the case.
Things don't end well for a lot of people in Robert's movies.
And what's your kind of... I mean, I know most actors say they don't have necessarily a goal or a plan because you see what roles come up. But when you kind of think about the future, how do you envisage things and hope things will work out for you, film-wise?
Just continue to try to do as many different genres and play as many different characters as possible. That's kind of all I got.
Yeah, exactly. So Gimme Shelter sounds like one which will be a nice sort of challenge. And you say, you know, girl power, because you play a prostitute's daughter, don't you? And you're quite a strong character.
In Gimme Shelter?
Gimme Shelter, yes. Is that right?
No. I play a young, struggling pregnant teen, who is fighting against going into prostitution.
That's the internet misinforming me. I do apologise. Yeah,
the exact opposite. No, but that was like my first really transformational piece, and I'm really excited about that one. Very strong character. Once again, fighting for survival.
Yeah. Is that something, I mean, when you said you felt very emotional after filming The Frozen Ground, what did you take away from that? What did you learn about yourself?
Man, that I can go to some really intense places.
Let's keep it fairly light.
I know.
That's probably a leading question,
lesson that I
isn't it?
learned, honestly, though, is to be aware of your surroundings and don't be too trusting, because there are some seriously disturbed people out there, and they seem like your average Joe. Like in this, your next door baker.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and one of the things as well that disturbed me about this film is that the police underestimated your character as a witness because she's a sex worker, and they just kind of assume that she's got nothing to offer and that it's not really a viable witness.
Yeah.
And that felt like a really important point of the film to me.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's easy for people to make snap judgments about people just by their ranking in life or their situation, and I think it goes to show that we're all human. You know, everybody has a need and has a voice and wants to be loved at the end of the day.
Do you think people make snap judgments about you as an actress? Do you think that's an easy thing to do?
I don't know. I'm not inside people's minds, but I would hope not. You know, I think that I've done a few things that have shown a bit of a range, so hopefully they'll take that into consideration.
Well, Spring Breakers, I thought, was a really bold thing to do. It was such fun and kind of really extreme and hilarious, but also quite intelligent. I mean, what drew you to that project?
It's rare that Harmony Korine actually hires actors.
That's true.
Normally, he just hires random people or his friends. And James Franco was attached to it when I heard about the project, and I was such a big fan of his and really, really wanted to work with him. So it's kind of a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about that? What's the most memorable part of filming that? Because you spent most of the time in a bikini in a very hot place, but a lot of interesting things happened, right?
Yeah. I mean, probably the robbery scenes, because it wasn't really planned. Harmony just kind of put us in the environment and had a few people there, and just set up these really great places, and just allowed us to go in and rob the Spring Breakers. And with Franco leading the way, we kind of went a little crazy, and it was really awesome.
You can almost see the adrenaline on screen. I think
my
in
gosh.
that scene.
We were
quite excited.
by the end of that day, because we did all the robberies in one day, my voice was actually gone.
Really?
I had no voice left.
So no more robbery films planned? Have you got that out of your system? Or
I mean, maybe if I take some spoonfuls of honey,
yeah,
get my voice back for it.
Yeah, you've got to look
I'll
after that voice, haven't you? And what do you think is the best thing about being an actress?
Oh, man. There's so many things. I mean, this is my #1 passion. So there's so many things. I don't know. I think giving a voice to people who haven't been heard. I really love. I love transforming myself and just changing the way that I am. I'm a big kid playing pretend as a job, so it's pretty cool.
Do you enjoy watching yourself on screen, or does it seem a bit weird? Like, for example, maybe looking
that
there.
That was a little embarrassing, just because you guys can see my face. No, but it's fine. I'm really proud of the projects that I've been doing, and I'm going to watch the movie tomorrow night at the premiere. So
great
stuff.
Yeah,
it's fun.
Well, talking of our audience, it is time for some questions for Vanessa. Please wait for the microphone to come to you. Okay, stripy top there. If we want to pass, girl over there. Thank you.
Hi.
Hi.
Can we hear your best British accent?
Oh, darling, what do you want me to say?
Very good. Nicely done. Okay. At the back here, just in the white top.
Hi, Vanessa.
Hello.
My name is Annalisa, and I heard that you like fashion, and I'm studying fashion in Marangoni. And I would like to know what fashion tips can you give me for this summer?
Ooh, yeah. For summer, I tend to just go long and flowy because it's simple. I see flower crowns in the audience, and I love those. And just a bunch of jewelry. Like, I love piling it on when summer comes because it makes it super bohemian and gypsy-esque.
Okay. In the second row here. Thank you.
How long did the filming take?
Filming took, I want to say 2 months, which was quite quick. We really sped through when we're working really long hours. So, yeah.
Thank you. Oh, a lot of questions suddenly. Everyone's inspired. Okay. In the white here in the front, second row. Grinning at me.
Hi, Vanessa.
Hi.
Which scene was harder to film, the pole dancing in Frozen Ground or the swimming pool scene in Spring Breakers?
Both. And I love to say that. Yeah, extremely nerve-wracking. My heart was just literally pounding out of my chest. Terrifying. There's no other words for it. I don't know though, because for this one there was the stage I was dancing on was not this high. It wasn't like I was on a separate stage and the male viewers were on a lower level. They were actually higher than me when they were sitting down on their stools. So it made it super awkward and intimate and yeah.
All right, so girls with the flowers in your hair have got their hands up. Do you want to down there? Thank you.
And I was wondering that because you really love to accessorize on your nails, and I really love the way that you do that. And I was wondering what your favorite nail color was.
Anything sparkly. I'm such a girly girl. Or gold. My nails are boring right now. They're just bronze, but whatever. Thanks for noticing.
Question at the end of the front row here, right at the end. Thank you.
Hey, Vanessa.
Hiya.
So apart from the premiere tomorrow, are you planning on doing anything else while you're here in London?
I want to do a little shopping.
What's your favourite shop?
That's two questions.
I mean, Topshop's pretty epic. It's like 10 million stories. It's kind of every girl's dream, I think.
Okay. Right, we've got another question here, or? Sorry. Thank you.
What has been your favorite movie to film so far? And by the way, I love you.
Thank you. My favorite movie ever or favorite movie I've done?
Favorite movie you've done?
It's tough. I love a lot of them for different reasons.
That's a really hard question, isn't it?
It's super hard. Because, I mean, Spring Breakers I really, really loved. I thought it was an amazing take on pop culture and it was just like a new breed of movie. But this one I'm really, really proud of as well. Just because I got to play a real person, I hold it very dear to my heart.
That's true. Has anyone got any more questions about the film specifically? Yeah? Behind you there then? Yep. Thank you.
What was it like doing a film from like Disney to doing such like a film like this?
I mean, it's evolution, you know. I mean, I did the last High School Musical when I was 18, and I did this when I was, I think, 23. So, I mean, it's about growth, and you got to take yourself outside of your comfort zone and push yourself, because that's the only way you're going to learn, I think.
Right, someone over that side. Yep, thank you.
Are you going to do another album? Because I've got all your albums. I met you at your last premiere of High School Musical, and I love you so much.
Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you. Maybe sometime down the line. Right now I'm focusing on film, but I love music, and it's such a big part of my life. So who knows? Maybe I'll revisit it one day.
Okay, have another question from that side? Yep, thanks.
A lot of actors have to sort of relate to their characters that they play in their films, and because it's quite an out there character, how did you relate to, or how did you try to relate to the character?
Yeah, good question. Man, she's a tough one. I find myself very strong-willed, and if there's something that I need, I will make sure I have that. And I think that, like I said, she's a survivor. And she's trying to make the best out of situations. And she has like a naivety to her. Even though she's in a very compromised and dark place, she still has a bit of a wonder for life.
Okay, we got some girl there in the red top. Can we get a mic down to her? She looks very eager, so I'm thinking. Thank you.
Hi, Vanessa. I love
Hi.
you. How is it working with Selena in Spring Breakers?
Oh, it was awesome. She's amazing. I mean, so smart. As sweet as she seems, she is, and very intelligent, and she's amazing. I love her so much. Yeah.
Okay.
I love you.
I love
Just
you.
2 more questions. So we got anyone right in front there? Lady here, do you pass the mic to her, please? Thank you very much.
Hi.
Hi.
How did you feel starring in a movie that was based on a true story?
This is awesome. I love watching movies that are based on true stories because there's a certain energy that really resonates with you, I think. You know, it makes it that much more real and you feel it. And it was cool because it was a true story. I think that I got to bring light to the victims who possibly didn't really have a fair trial. And I'm really proud of that. I feel like I'm giving them a voice, you know.
Great. Okay, last question to the girl, too, because you've had a hand up all night.
How do you think your fans will respond to this film?
I think they're gonna be a little freaked out, but proud. And I hope that they'll really like it. I mean, I've watched it twice now, and every single time I see it, I will not let myself leave. I'm sitting on the edge of my seat, and it really pulls me in. And I think that if I can watch a movie that I know what's happening next and really still be sucked in, that I think it'll suck you guys in as well.
That's a great note to end on. Thank you all so much for coming, and thank you so much to Vanessa.
Thank you.
Thank you.